Hey everyone, this is Stevie Richards, host of the Stevie Richards Show.
This is La Princesa of the NWA, Tiffany Nieves.
What up, y'all? This is Chocolate Juggalo Willie Mack.
This is former WWE superstar D'Lo Brown.
Hi everyone, it's Smiley Kylie Ray here.
Hey y'all, this is TNA Knockouts World Champion Masha Slamovich.
What's poppin'? It's me, the Boujetta-Wiz baddie around, Hollywood Haley J.
Hey, this is Kurt Angle.
Hey guys, this is Velvet Sky.
Hey guys, what's up? It's the undeniable diamond of TNA wrestling.
Hey, this is Indy Hartwell.
Hey, what's cracking, everybody? WWE Hall of Famer, the Godfather here.
What's up? It's your girl Dynamite Danny Moe here.
And you are watching Pinfalls and Pixels,
where wrestling meets gaming.
Hosted by Glocky. Glocky. What a sick name that is.
Be sure to subscribe and share.
Welcome back, Juggalos, Juggalettes, and wrestling fans across the universe. It's your boy Glocky, and today we will recap episode number 36 of JCW Lunacy from Cleveland, Ohio. We kick things off backstage where Effy strolls up to Jake Crist. Effy says that he sees something in Jake, and says he's not like the rest of JCW, and even offers him a spot on Team GCW. But Jake ain't having it. He steps right into Effy's face and reminds him he's a juggalo, a 5-time JCW Tag Team Champion, and JCW is his home. Jake tells Effy to hit the bricks, and Effy backs off. It's time for our first match. The ringmaster makes the introductions as Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road echoes through the JCW arena. GCW World Champion Effy makes his entrance, oozing charisma and taunting the crowd. His opponent tonight is Jake Crist, but Jake barely makes it to the ring before Effy jumps him, landing big punches by the barricade outside. Jake recovers with a tornado DDT off the apron onto the floor. He climbs to the top rope and hits a massive crossbody, following up with a big neckbreaker for a near fall. Effy fights back in the corner, hitting a stiff boot to the face and choking Jake across the ropes. He locks in a creative rope-based submission and delivers a beautiful vertical suplex for a 2 count. Jake battles back with a flying forearm, and when Effy goes for the sack rider, Jake reverses it into a sit-down powerbomb. He tries for a kick, but Effy grabs it and twists him into a brutal submission. Jake just barely gets his foot on the ropes. Crist rallies with an undercutter after a tight combo, another near fall. He heads up top, but Effy rolls away and hits a huge spear for 2. Effy grabs his championship, but the ref pulls it away. That gives Effy the opening to hit a low blow, and then the sack rider for the win. Your winner, Effy. Super dope match. I haven't missed a Effy match since March. He delivers every time. Another big win for GCW as we head into Cage of Survival this weekend and the 2-day war at the Gathering of the Juggalos. Backstage, we catch up with Richie Boy and Jeeves. Richie asks Jeeves what his deal is lately. Jeeves snaps back that in 15 years, the money's never been this funny. The Richie Boy blames a tax lien that's taken most of his money. Ultimately, Jeeves assures him that he has his back tonight, but warns the partnership only works when the money does. Next up, we have tag team action. Out first, the Richie Boy Breyer Wellington and his reluctant partner, the manservant Jeeves. There is still some serious tension between these two. Out next is the Devil's favorite dealer, Cocaine. This week, he hooks Zach up with a massive bag before hitting the ring. Out next is his tag team partner, the one and only Stephen Flo. Jeeves and Breyer jump them before the bell. Breyer chokes Stephen in the corner, but when he goes for a second rope move, Stephen puts up a boot and tags in Cocaine. Cocaine takes over, wrecking Breyer with a huge boot. He goes up to the top rope, but Jeeves grabs him. The two hit a massive double superplex. Jeeves doesn't go for the pin. Instead, he starts searching Cocaine's pockets and pulls out a bag. Jeeves and Breyer argue over the bag and spill the contents onto Cocaine, who sits up like a man possessed. Steven flies in out of nowhere with a big crossbody off the top rope to take out Breyer and Jeeves. Steven cracks Breyer with his guitar, and Cocaine follows it up with the Coke Slam from Hell for the win. Your winners, Cocaine and Steven Flo. Yo, what a team Steven Flo and Cocaine are. Big problem still between Breyer and Jeeves. They may have to settle this one-on-one. Backstage, Jasmine St. Clair hypes up Kongo Kong, telling him tonight he has 2 toys to play with. She tells Kong to keep her happy by winning the match tonight. Tattoo Barbie gives the fans a show before the ringmaster brings out our next match. Out first is Kongo Kong, representing the St. Clair Monster Corporation, accompanied by Jasmine St. Clair. Next out is the 6 Jokers card, the Wraith. And finally, Moshpit Mike, but tonight, Saturday Night Mike, who dances in the corner and then plays a little twister with Jasmine St. Clair until Kong attacks him. Kong lands some heavy shots, but Mike clotheslines him to the outside. The Wraith and Mike square off. The Wraith hits a spinning heel kick, but Kong returns to the ring with a headbutt and tosses out the Wraith. Kong slams Mike and lands a big kick for a 2 count. Mike fires up by hitting clotheslines, but they can't take Kong down. The Wraith joins in with a top rope strike, and Mike follows up with a clothesline that does the job. Kong tries to splash Mike in the corner but gets sent to the floor. Mike slams the Wraith, but the Wraith fights back and locks in the sedative sleeper hold. The ref checks on Mike but gets no response, and he calls for the bell. Your winner, the Wraith. Post-match, Kong climbs to the top rope and crashes down onto an unconscious Mike with a big splash. Yo, they handled their own against Kong, I ain't gonna lie, but Mike fell victim to the sedative like many before him, giving the Wraith a big W here. We go backstage again. This time the Backseat Boyz confront JCW American Champion Caleb Konley. They call him out for being late and warn him they know his past. They say if he tries any fuck shit tonight, there will be hell to pay. Caleb insists he's all about love for the juggalos and juggalettes. He tries to go for a whoop whoop on 3, but the Backseat Boyz ain't going. Next, it is time for 6-man tag action. Out first come Tommy and JP, the Backseat Boyz, who get a nice tip from a juggalette as they vibe their way to the ring. Their partner, JCW American Champion Caleb Konley, hits the ring next. Out next are their opponents, the JCW Tag Team Champions, the Brothers of Funstruction, and the Chocolate Juggalo himself, former JCW World Champion Willie Mack. Ruffo starts against Caleb. Caleb jumps him, and the Backseat Boyz gang up on him. Tommy comes in and accidentally hits Caleb, but they hug it out, only for Ruffo to smash their skulls together. Yabo comes in and chops Tommy with his tie, and JP gets a mouthful of popcorn. Willie tags into a huge pop, hits a hip toss, and a standing moonsault for a near fall. The Backseat Boyz strike from the apron. JP hits a big clothesline and stomps Yabo like he did that fan a couple weeks back. The Backseat Boyz hit a huge double team elbow on Yabo, and JP hits an impressive leg drop for a close count. The trio hit a triple kick in the corner. Then, the Backseat Boyz hit a flexed out submission. Willie hits the ring and almost takes JP's head off with a giant clothesline and hits Tommy with a huge back elbow. A big senton follows. Tommy tries to capitalize but eats a double clothesline instead. Willie dives to the outside, crashing onto Caleb. He then stacks all 3 opponents into a very unique position. Tommy would recover and send Willie Mack out to the floor. Ruffo hits an insane facebuster on Tommy. JP gets isolated, but Caleb makes the save. But then he betrays the Backseat Boyz when he sends Tommy flying from the top rope and flips off JP and walks out. JP turns around into a stunner from Willie Mack. The brothers of Funstruction hit a big double team move, and Willie Mack finishes it with a frog splash. Your winners, Willie Mack and the brothers of Funstruction. The trio celebrate to a huge ovation. Super dope match. Another tough loss for the Backseat Boyz. They were really cooking until Caleb turned on them. Backstage, Facade says tonight's the night. He will become JCW World Champion. He then calls out Kerry Morton for disrespecting JCW and his own father, Ricky Morton. We cut to Kerry Morton prepping backstage with his championship in hand. It is time for our main event. The JCW World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Out first is the Neon Ninja, Facade. And then the champ, Kerry Morton, making his first title defense. The ref Jeff displays the prize of the match. Kerry stalls and makes the ref check Facade's knee pads. They lock up for a while, with both men showing impressive athleticism. Kerry lands a belly-to-back suplex. Facade fires back with a springboard dropkick and a missed moonsault that still sends Kerry to the outside. After a fast exchange of reversals, Facade hits a nasty springboard kick. He grabs Kerry by the ears, but Kerry pulls his hair and drops him onto the ropes. Kerry lands a super disrespectful slap and tosses Facade into the barricade repeatedly on the outside. Back inside the ring, Kerry hits a slingshot suplex, and instead of going for the pin, he chokes Facade. He goes after Facade's legs and lands a fist drop. Then Kerry locks in a sleeper. He goes for an elbow drop but misses. Both men are down. They trade blows mid-ring. Facade hits another springboard kick and a couple of atomic drops, and Rope walks into a corner drop kick. He goes for the cover and Morton barely grabs the ropes. Outside the ring again, Facade kicks Kerry and tosses him back into the ring. He climbs up top, but Kerry interrupts. Then a big slam from the champion for a 2 count. Kerry grabs his championship and argues with the ref. Facade rolls him up, very close 2 count. Kerry then grabs Facade's spray paint and sprays him in the face before he hits a big kiss it goodbye. Your winner and still JCW World Heavyweight Champion, Kerry Morton. Kerry makes it clear he will win by any means necessary. He celebrates and declares it's his way now, not Violent J's, as JCW Lunacy goes off the air. We are still in the Kerry Morton era, as he proves that he will do anything to retain the JCW World Championship. If you enjoyed this recap of JCW Lunacy, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more wrestling content. And let me know in the comments what was your favorite match or moment from this week's Lunacy. Thanks for watching. It's your boy Glocky and I'll catch you on the next one.